The Legend is Born Yip Man is such a shameless knockoff of the highly popular Yip Man movies that it actually starts to look like a canonical prequel. It's even called Yip Man 3 in some territories. It boasts a lot of the same actors. Yip Man himself is played by a martial artist whose appearance is identical to Donnie Yen's, and it has the same kind of tone and aesthetic style of its predecessors. In essence, it looks and feels like a true Yip Man movie, except it's not as good. Not that it's bad either. Its main problem is that it sort of forgot to have a plot. The idea is that this takes place before the previous two films, chronicling the early days of the iconic master. The first segment focuses on Yip Man training under a controversial instructor, which creates tensions between Man and his own dojo. Is this going to be the story? Nope, it's shortly resolved and is never brought up again. Then he falls in love with a woman who returns his affections, but a childhood friend is in love with him, and his best friend is in love with that childhood friend. Is there any real payoff to this? Nope, the guys get the girls of their dreams, and that is the conclusion to that subplot. Occasionally those pesky Japanese show up to cause trouble, which includes framing our hero, but by the time this rolls around, it's too late into the movie. So what is the film about? It can't be a character understudy because it gives a lot of attention to the other characters. In the end, it pretends like it was always about Yip Man and his best buddy, but they don't share that much of the screen time together. It's not a historical drama either because it butchers the facts like all the other Yip Man movies. But the fight scenes are pretty good. There's enough diversity among them, with Man taking on groups and individuals alike. I also love the homages to Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, and Jet Li. The techniques used look good on screen, and the choreography had a nice rhythm to it, making the fights nicely paced. The final battle is a bit too gimmicky, and they are awkwardly placed, meaning large chunks of the film go on without any battles, yet as somebody who puts combat choreography over story when it comes to kung fu films, I was pleased. The movie is well made, with a solid cast who gives stellar performances. Sometimes the direction and music composition is even inspired. In the end, The Legend is Born Yip Man earns some level of respectability because effort was clearly put into it. It can be breathtaking and ambitious, but it's very unfocused and is just not in the same league as the Donnie Yen films. It's worth watching, but expect to forget it. 6 out of 10, which means decent or above average. This has been another episode of Kickass of Awesome, and The Legend is Born Yip Man is Kickass of Awesome, whatever the hell that means.
待ちなさい。これは日本商会が英国領事館から購入した薬品だ。検査は免除のはずだ。
北野先生話唔開得，呢啲係英國領事館向日本商會訂購嘅藥品。
我唔識英文喎。